Tonight, we go back to the very beginning, before the first morning ever dawned. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, and listen to the oldest story ever told. In the beginning, the earth was without form and empty, and darkness lay upon the deep. And the Spirit of God moved gently over the face of the silent waters. Then God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Out of the darkness rose a soft golden glow, the first light the world had ever seen. God saw the light, that it was good, and divided the light from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness night. And evening and morning were the first day. On the second day, God stretched a great sky above the waters, wide and endless. He called it heaven, a soft blue dome over the young and quiet world. On the third day, God gathered the waters together and called them seas. And the dry land rose slowly out of the deep green valleys still wet with morning. Then God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass and herbs and trees bearing fruit, and meadows spread across the hills, and orchards grew heavy with the first sweet fruit. Flowers opened for the very first time, white blossoms turning softly toward the light. And God saw that it was good." On the fourth day, God set two great lights in the heavens, the greater light to rule the day, the warm and golden sun, and the lesser light to rule the night, the pale and gentle moon. He made the stars also, and scattered them like silver dust across the dark. On the fifth day, God filled the seas with living things. Great whales moved slowly through the sunlit water, unhurried, at peace. Shoals of silver fish turned together in the blue deep, flashing like coins of light. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful, and fill the waters of the seas." And birds rose into the open sky, the first wings the world had known. White seabirds glided over the water, slow and calm, in the light of the young sun. In the flowering trees, small birds began to sing the first morning songs. And evening and morning passed, gentle as breathing, one day into the next. On the sixth day, God made the beasts of the earth, each after its kind. Deer stepped quietly through the misty meadows, lifting their heads to the light. Lions rested on the warm hillsides, calm and unafraid, for there was nothing yet to fear. In the beginning, all creatures lived at peace, side by side. Elephants walked slowly along the rivers, and flocks gathered under the shade of great trees. The whole earth was a garden, and every living thing had its place. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." And God formed man of the dust of the ground, gently, as a potter shapes the clay. And God breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. The first man opened his eyes upon a world of light, and his name was Adam. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. On the seventh day God rested, and the whole world rested with him, still and complete. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, the most beautiful place on earth. Every tree grew there that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. A river went out of Eden to water the garden, clear as crystal, cool and slow. It wandered between flowering banks, past deep green shade, and on into the wide world. In the midst of the garden stood the tree of life, ancient and glowing with light. Animals rested in its shade, and its leaves whispered softly in the warm air. God set Adam in the garden to dress it and to keep it, to walk its quiet paths. And Adam gave names to all the animals, to every bird and every beast of the field. But among them all there was no companion found for Adam. And God said, "It is not good that the man should be alone." So, while Adam slept a deep and dreamless sleep, God made a woman, and her name was Eve. And Adam and Eve stood together beneath the tree of life, hand in hand, at home. They walked together by the river in the golden evening, and the whole garden was theirs. Every fruit but one was given them freely, but that is a story for another night. Now evening comes down upon Eden, warm and slow, and fireflies drift between the trees. A gentle breeze moves through the garden in the cool of the day. The deer lie down in the soft grass, and the lambs sleep close beside the lions. One by one, the birds tuck their heads beneath their wings and grow quiet. Above the sleeping garden, the stars come out, the same stars that shine over you tonight. The world is new, and all is very good. Rest now and sleep in peace. Good night.